Welcome back to The Car Analyst, the place where we don't just talk about cars. We break them down, analyze the value, and tell you what they're really like to live with. If you love honest reviews, future car insights, and deep comparisons that actually help you decide what to buy, you're in the right place. Today's video is massive. We're talking about the next generation 2026-2027 the electric super SUV that's about to push the limits of power, tech, and off-road dominance even further. This is not just a refresh. This is a strategic evolution of one of the most extreme EV SUVs on the planet. And by the end of this video, you'll know, is it worth the expected price increase? What advanced features are coming? How it compares to rivals like the Rivian R1s, Tesla Model X Plaid, and upcoming Escalade IQ, and most importantly, should you actually buy one? Let's dive in. The 2026-27 HUMMER SUV is expected to build on GM's Ultium platform, but with major upgrades in battery density, thermal management, and software integration. Expect improved range, likely pushing close to 350-400 miles depending on configuration. That's a serious leap considering the current model's real-world range varies depending on tire and driving style. Performance. It's still going to be outrageous. The outgoing HUMMER SUV already pushes around 830 horsepower in its top trim. The next generation is rumored to improve motor efficiency and torque vectoring precision, possibly pushing even quicker 0-60 times, which is already about 3-5 seconds in a vehicle that weighs over 9,000 pounds. Yes, 9,000 pounds moving like a sports car. But here's what's more important: refinement. The next generation HUMMER is expected to address one of the current model's biggest criticisms: ride quality and weight feel in urban driving. With improved suspension tuning, smarter air ride calibration, and lighter battery packaging, GM is likely aiming to make the HUMMER feel less like a tank in daily traffic and more like a luxury SUV. Now let's talk tech. The new HUMMER SUV will almost certainly feature an upgraded version of GM's Super Cruise system. Likely hands-free driving on even more mapped roads, better lane change automation, and improved towing integration. Over-the-air updates will continue to play a big role, meaning the SUV could literally improve months after you buy it. Interior upgrades are also expected to push further into premium territory. The current HUMMER interior is bold and tech-focused, but the next generation may add higher-grade materials, enhanced ambient lighting, augmented reality heads-up display, and a larger infotainment interface. Expect faster processing speeds, better voice control, and more customization options. Now let's talk about what everyone really wants to know: price. The current HUMMER SUV starts around the $80,000 range for lower trims and goes well above $100,000 for higher editions. The 2026-27 model is expected to start closer to $90,000 and easily exceed $115,000 to $120,000 for fully loaded trims. Compared to competitors, Rivian R1s ranges roughly from mid-$70,000 to over $90,000. X Plaid sits around $95,000 to $100,000. Cadillac Escalade IQ is expected to cross $120,000. So the next HUMMER will likely sit between Rivian and Escalade IQ in pricing, but offer more extreme off-road hardware than either. Ownership cost is where things get interesting. Because this is an EV, you eliminate fuel costs, which is huge considering how inefficient a gasoline HUMMER would be. Electricity costs will vary by region, but you're still spending significantly less per mile compared to a V8 SUV. Maintenance costs are lower than traditional SUVs since there's no oil changes, fewer moving parts, and regenerative braking reduces brake wear. However, insurance will likely be high. It's expensive, heavy, and powerful. Tire replacements, also expensive. Those massive off-road tires are not cheap, and charging infrastructure access is something you must consider if you don't have home charging. Depreciation is another question mark. EVs historically depreciate faster than gas luxury SUVs, but limited production models like HUMMER may hold value better. Now let's get real about pros and cons. Pros: unmatched road presence. Nothing looks like a HUMMER. Extreme performance for its size. Serious off-road capability with features like crab walk, extract mode, and advanced 4WD torque control. Advanced driver assist tech. Unique brand identity. It's bold, it's loud without being loud. Cons: massive weight. Large size makes city parking difficult. High purchase price. Likely expensive insurance and tire replacement. Charging time still longer than refueling gas. Not the most efficient EV in its class due to size and aerodynamics. Here's my honest take. The next Gen HUMMER SUV is not about practicality. It's about statement, capability, and tech showcase. If you want the most efficient family SUV, look elsewhere. If you want maximum cargo space, Rivian might be smarter. If you want hyper, speed straight, line performance, Model X Plaid is lighter and faster. But if you want the most dramatic, commanding, futuristic off-road capable electric SUV that feels like driving a sci-fi tank with luxury comfort, the HUMMER stands alone. It's for buyers who want something unapologetically bold. Now let's compare tone-wise. Rivian feels adventurous and eco-forward. Tesla feels minimal and performance-focused. Escalade IQ feels ultra-luxury and executive. HUMMER feels powerful, mechanical, aggressive, and rebellious, even as an EV. And that identity matters. Would I buy one? If I had the budget and space, yes, but not as my only vehicle. I'd treat it as a lifestyle machine. It's incredible for road trips, off-road adventures, and turning every parking lot into a showcase. But for tight city commuting, it's overkill. If you value practicality per dollar, maybe wait. If you value experience per dollar, this is it. Final recommendations. Buy it if you want extreme capability. You love bold design. You have home charging. You're comfortable with higher ownership costs. Skip it if you prioritize efficiency. You need easy urban maneuverability. You're price sensitive. You want subtle luxury. The 2026 27 GMC HUMMER SUV is shaping up to be one of the most advanced electric SUVs in the world, not because it's the most efficient, but because it refuses to compromise its identity. And that's what makes it special. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown, subscribe to The Car Analyst for more honest car analysis, upcoming model insights, and comparison reviews that actually help you decide. Let me know in the comments, would you buy the next generation HUMMER SUV? Or is it too much SUV for today's world? I'll see you in the next one.